Hey fans, 2001 Buick LeSabre with a 3.8 liter towed in this morning. It's a no start. It's a crank no start condition. You've already read the title of the video, so you know what's wrong with it, but I don't yet. We're gonna dig into it. We're gonna show you how to diagnose what the problem is and how to get there. Let's do this. Inside the car now, I just want to show you real quick what it's doing. Turn the key on, just cranks, never starts. Now right off, I'm suspicious because I turn this key and usually during the first couple seconds after you turn the key on, I can hear a humming from the fuel pump in the back. I don't hear that. So I'm immediately leaning toward a fuel pump issue. Nothing. Up under the hood of this guy, I'm gonna pull this cover off, and then the fuel rail is right here. We're just gonna check real quick. This is a very fast test. There should be residual fuel left in that line. It should be under pressure after we shut that down. So just take that cap off. And I'm just going to take my little screwdriver here and push that stopper. See, we have just a little bit of fuel that drizzles out of there, but that fuel should spray. It should spray everywhere, and it doesn't. So we have no fuel pressure. That was an easy first couple steps. All right, I would say there's a 90% chance that what we've got going on here is the fuel pump itself. Small chance it could be a fuse, could be a relay, but I'm just gonna dig in here real quick and I'm going to check at the fuel pump because my gut says that I'm gonna be here anyways. So, you pull the floor out of the trunk and you can see there's an access panel right here. Looks like we're gonna need 5, it looks like 7mm bolts. Let me grab some tools. Okay, little cover. Told you already, 7mm. Coming on. Don't drop screws in here, because then you have to pull this cover off. That adds another step. And then, it's got some adhesive on it. But that's the top of your fuel pump. Easy peasy. Quick grab an electrical tester. And we'll test to make sure we have power there when the key's on. And we'll go from there. Okay, real quick. I have my wiring diagram for the vehicle. There's two different diagrams for two different VIN numbers. This is a VIN K vehicle. This is for VIN 1. VIN K has a gray wire that feeds and a black wire that grounds the pump. So we're going to check, make sure we have a good ground. Black wire's in here on the bottom. Turn the sound on my meter here so you can. Okay, we have a confirmed ground in the black, then the gray. See that in there? Let me go cycle the key. When you cycle the key, the fuel pump only runs for maybe 2 seconds, and then it shuts back off after the system is pressurized. So let's cycle the key for you and see what it says. Okay, I didn't see the number on the meter, but I heard it, which means that it's giving me a positive battery voltage. You guys might have seen that, but that confirms we have power and ground to that fuel pump, and that fuel pump does not run when we cycle the key. That is enough for me. Confirmed diagnosis of a bad fuel pump. We're going to change it. In this car, the battery is under the seat. This is our meter. I always want to disconnect a battery cable. We're working with gasoline and electricity. Let's not get anybody killed today. So, I'm going to disconnect the negative battery cable. Make sure it's out of the way. Go back to the trunk. All right, guys. quick fittings here. Make sure that we get both sides of this fitting to come loose. A little push before you pull helps. This side as well. Careful with them lines on the inside. You don't want to break them down below. This is a vacuum pressure sensor for the evap system. Pull the little blue safety out. And then that plug comes. I'll tuck that up under there for a second so we can get this ring off. That was take 5, just so you know. Nothing in this world goes that easily. Every time. And then, this guy is full of fuel. So don't dump that in your trunk. You gotta let that drain for a second. Out we go. Okay, so new pump comes with a new ring. This ring surface is actually pretty clean. Some cars you might need to clean that before you take off after it. I'm gonna set the new gasket in there, and then the new fuel pump goes in the hole just opposite of the old one. This gas tank is chucked clear full. And then our ring sets back in here. Once we have it in the right spot, we'll press it back down, make sure it seats into that gasket. And then this ring, get it started back under all of those locking tabs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs that it needs to go under. Make sure all your connectors are out of the way. And then, once you have them started, nothing ever just goes as easy as it looks like in YouTube videos, but we're gonna tighten her back down. So now I'm to the little bump in these locking tabs. It's gonna get real tight. It's gonna take a lot of force. You gotta get it there. Almost. Grab a longer bar. A little extra leverage. Okay, let's go. That's not it. Oh, yes it was. It went. So now you can see the bump is in the middle locking notch in that tab. Okay. Our old pump comes into the picture here. We're going to take these little locking tabs and get in behind them and get them to come off of here. Come on. Unless yours comes with new ones, which I've done quite a few fuel pumps and haven't seen new ones. Which is shameful, because it's like a $2 piece of plastic and a gigantic pain in your butt. But and then you get mad and then you break them. Been there, and then you got to order new ones. There you go. There's two sized. There's a smaller line and the fatter line. And one. There's two. Okay. Exit frame, old pump. Make sure you drain that before you set it in your pump or in your trunk. You don't need to set it in your trunk. Do that on the floor. Okay. So, the little line gets the little clip. The big line gets the big clip. Then, make sure that these tabs are lined up with the big holes. They snap right in. Give them a tug, make sure that they're gonna stay there. Again, this one needs to rotate a little bit to line up. Bit of a push there. Come on. And a little snap. Give it a tug. And then this harness, you can see this aftermarket pump comes with a different plug for this side. So we've got to splice wires here, but on the new connector. Okay, there shouldn't be juice in any of these wires because, well, we have the battery cable disconnected. So we're going to cut right there. There's this guy, we don't need him anymore. Hook our battery back up and verify operation before we go much further. I'm going to interrupt the moment of truth to tell you to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that like. This car's going to run. So will yours. Hope it helps. Thanks. Okay. One-handed battery reconnection. Snug that up. Alright, moment of truth back in the car. I'm going to cycle this key a couple times. I can hear the fuel pump buzzing in the back of the car now. Money. Alright guys, I buttoned this cover back up. 5 bolts around there, just snug them down, don't go crazy on them. It's just sheet metal holding those screws in. And then the carpet goes back in. A couple of these clips. And that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope we helped you out today. Like and subscribe again. See you again soon.